1, 2, 3, 4. Well, hi guys, Steve back here, Dempster Guitar Studio, and what was I playing? That's a little excerpt from a tune that I wrote in conjunction with my good friend Nathan Gavell. He's a great vocalist, and it's called Staying Down, and it's from our little forming band, formerly Kingsmere. Now we're calling it Reverse Sound, excuse me. Reverse Sound. And anyway, that's going to get recorded pretty soon, so I'm really looking forward to that, and hopefully give you guys a chance to listen. Anyway, the point of that was not to highlight the band or anything like that. It was simply to ask you a question, and it's just this. As I was playing that whole thing, did you happen to notice the behavior of this hand? Forget the chords. I'm not interested in the dexterity of this right now. Just this. Despite what you heard throughout the whole piece, in terms of how long certain sounds lasted or how short they lasted, despite what your ear heard, there was a machine or a mechanism or an underlying vibe that was going on the whole time. And that was characterized by a continuous up and down motion, regardless of what you heard. And this is a skill that I want to help you to train, to get really good at, because it is the foundation of being able to strum well, and to be able ultimately to strum what you hear, knowing that there's this underlying grid work that you could rely on to help organize how you're going to strum. And guess what? That is what the Beach Bum Strumming Workshop is all about. It is focused on helping you train this mechanism so well that it almost becomes instinctive, that from this mechanism you can make the sounds that you're hearing on a particular tune. So it enables you, not in the short term, it does take time. This is not just purchase strumming skills. You have to work at this. But it gives you a structure that will enable you to decide for yourself how you're going to strum something. And those of you that study currently with me, you know I bark about this all the time, that there isn't really one particular way to strum something, because there is a level of interpretation involved in it. You could strum something that's so close to how you heard it on a recording that people will obviously say, yes, you're strumming or you're playing the song the way I'm used to hearing it. But there are many other ways to play the same tune which become an arrangement of the same tune from you. So we want those options. We want to be able to play it, hopefully, as we hear it, and the way most people hear it, so that they will enjoy what you're doing. Or you may even want to be able to play it with your own unique twist added to it. All those options become available to you if you understand this mechanism. Now compare that skill to the alternative, which is, and I would argue easily 90+% of the time, that somebody comes into guitar lessons and they want to play a certain series of songs, let's say, and we'll just assume that they've had some prior playing experience. So they'll come to the song and they'll do, you know, it doesn't matter. It could be that. You know, it has sort of a country sort of vibe to it. And maybe that was what they learned on the very first song that they played. And that particular approach to playing worked for that song. But don't misunderstand me. What that student learned is just do this from someone. Don't get me wrong. There is a place just to show people what to do so they can go away and enjoy playing. But I have enough people that have been around the studio long enough that we got to get past this. This is just the start. And so another song comes along that same student wants to play. And let's say it isn't sort of a country flavored tune. Let's say it turns out to be more of a classic rock kind of thing. It doesn't matter what the tune is, and they learn the chords, they know them perhaps already, and here they go, they're going to rock out. And the only reason that happens is because they do what they do because that's what they've always done. Now, I don't know about you, but that just sounds like a little bit of guitar brainwashing to me. You need to get past the stuff that's sort of stuck in your nervous system. And that's what the purpose of the workshop is. It is to sort of deconstruct what's going on so that you're in a better position to freely construct what you want. Is it a heady topic? Yes. It can be hard on your mind to get around it. But fear not. It is about training. You're going to be playing, and you're going to be working with chords that are very straightforward. You really don't even need to fuss about your chording hand at all. You could literally do the whole workshop like this if you wanted to, just by chukka-chukka on the strings. It doesn't have to do with this hand, but of course this makes it a little more interesting to listen to. So, workshop is quickly coming up. I have some spaces available. And I'm encouraging people, obviously, to come in and attend. And at the end of it, of course, I'm going to tweak it up a little bit. I have a little bonus surprise ready for those that are in attendance that will, again, raise the level of their strumming skill even further. Anyway, on the PDF that I just sent you, or the email, sorry, here's an exercise for you now. There are 4 tunes that I listed there. And I would like you to listen to them. You don't have to listen to them all the way through. You just have to, maybe the first minute or so is fine. And the reason I want you to listen is I want you to come into the workshop, if you're planning to attend it, and I hope you are, with these thoughts in mind. Does the song I'm listening to have this kind of a vibe? That's a word that I use that tries to capture what this basic underlying mechanism might be for that particular tune. So I'll just pick a chord here, it doesn't matter which one. This is a nice one. Is the vibe basically centered around this? Might be a song that has that sort of feel to it. Another song might sound more like this. Sorry. Might give you some more information about what what this hand might do. Another song might be more like this. And then finally, another sort of general category of what's available might sound like this. All four of those are actually very different from one another. They are deeply related. They're connected to one another. But which one you choose will depend on how you're responding to the song. So this is what I want to focus on in the workshop, and I hope that gives you some food for thought. If you're planning to attend, then it would be worth your while to have listened through those tunes and asked yourself, is the song that I'm hearing based on just this? This is in relation to this tapping foot, by the way. If I do this, or I'm going to keep the foot tapping, am I doing this in the song? Or this. Or this. They all sound fundamentally different. That's what we want to cue into or clue into during the workshop. First half is nothing but hardcore jumping jack training. We're gonna play until your fingertips are red and the strings are on fire. And then in the second half, we're going to apply what you did to 3 tunes using the same thinking that I just asked you to do on the 4 tunes on this email. So that should give you some food for thought. And if you're hungry for wanting to learn how to do this stuff, and you want to raise the bar of your playing and get past, the terrible feeling of stuck because your hand only does what it does because that's what it's always done, then please come in. Drop me an email, give me a phone call, whatever, and let me know that you want to do that workshop. So anyway, that's all I wanted to run past you today. It's coming up soon. I think we have about a week, and I'm ready to go. I'm fired up to do this again. It's my sort of flagship program in the studio. So I hope to see you there, and let's raise the bar and get our strumming skills up to speed so we can get past this barrier and get on to playing some cool tunes. Thanks for your time, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.